my God.
Yeah.
Why did he like to murder children?
I don't know. He was twisted.
Oh, so you dumb bitch. Why did you leave your children with this man?
Well, because she thought she could trust him. She thought her husband, they were all in on this plan together.
I don't trust nobody.
I know, not with the kids. Like
nobody's allowed around my kid.
No.
You're chilling with French fries and thick thighs.
Welcome back, French Fry fam.
Welcome, welcome.
We have another special episode for you this week.
Spooky stories.
I know you guys aren't excited as we are, because our following isn't really spooky stories yet, but I assure you, we will get you hooked. That's what we do.
I love a good spooky story. I just love anything spooky.
I know.
Like it's spooky season.
It is spooky season.
And I'm not like that type of girl who like does the pumpkin spice lattes and they're like, oh, fall. I'm like straight like into horror. I'm like,
did you know that pumpkin spice lattes are out?
I did, but I don't like them.
I had one already.
Did you?
So
okay,
good.
she's the pumpkin spice latte person. I am not. I'm just straight horror.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's watch Scream. Let's watch Halloween. Let's start watching Friday the 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street. Let's get it all in right now.
We were going rafting. We've had weird weather in Calgary. It's like plus 30 right now. So we went rafting down the river.
So stupid.
But it's also like spooky season. So there was pumpkin spice latte. So I was like, I'm obviously getting a latte. And
Actually,
then
that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
My friends like put the latte down so you can carry the raft. I was like, absolutely not.
No,
If the latte spills, somebody's gonna die. And then what are you gonna do?
And then what are we gonna do? And then what is gonna happen?
And then what's your solution, idiot?
Yeah. Where is this gonna happen? No, I shall not put my latte down.
So I carried it on my head with one hand.
That's actually meant though.
And then we got a hole.
Oh, you got a hole?
Yeah, because I ran into a tree.
Oh no! Oh no! Did you fix it before you went?
Luckily, the hole was only on the front part. It's almost like the dock where you get into the water.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so it was just there. Thank God.
Oh, well, thank goodness.
So it was really hard going into pee, but
hey, it was fine. It was
other
fine.
than that, it was fine.
It was fine.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, I've got a spooky story for you today, and it is about a serial killer. It's America's first serial killer called H.H. Holmes.
Oh my God, I love this one.
All right. Oh, you know all about it? Wow.
I literally know every serial killer story ever.
She sucks.
Your goal on Spooky Stories is going to be to find one that I haven't heard, actually.
All right. Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. Oh, I'm hunkering down for this. I'm so excited. It's been a long time since I've heard H.H. Holmes, so I'm sure there's going to be lots of things I forgot.
You know what? There were a lot of things I found out that like, I don't know, even after doing the research and like watching some of the videos and stuff like that, even afterwards when I was doing more research, I was like, oh, they didn't say this and this and this and this.
Yeah,
like
I know.
They didn't like there's
You
so
find
many
more
things
things,
revealed.
right?
So hopefully if you guys do know about H.H. Holmes, hopefully I reveal some new crazy speculations to you guys or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what would make this so much better?
What?
A pumpkin spice latte.
Should we pause? No, go run out.
I'm just saying. This is lovely, but a pumpkin spice latte would be good.
I mean, it wouldn't be bad. I don't like pumpkin spice latte, so I would do like a mocha or something or like
lame, but okay. That's like Christmas.
Caramel macchiato.
Peppermint mocha.
No, that is Christmas. Peppermint mochas are definitely Christmas.
Mochas are just Christmas.
No, peppermint mochas are Christmas.
No, mochas in general, Christmas.
You know what? I don't drink them unless it's peppermint. So
exactly.
And only around Christmas. So I actually don't know.
Christmas drinking.
Yeah, that's true.
Sorry. You may proceed.
All right. So this spooky story that we have. Oh, I already did this line. So, his real name was Herman Webster Mudgett, born May 16th, 18...
Mudgett.
That's Mudgett.
Could you imagine naming your kid Mudgett?
Well, his last name was Mudgett, so I don't think he had a choice.
Oh, his last name was Mudgett.
It was Herman Webster Mudgett.
No, I hope he was never married. There's no way she took his last name.
He was married a few times. But this is where
He must have had money.
He was born May 16th, 1861, but he was better known as Dr. Henry Howard Holmes or H.H. Holmes, and he died on May 7th, 1896 by execution.
Ooh.
So Henry Holmes was an American con artist and serial killer. He had quite a lengthy criminal career, and he started out with, get this, you guys, it's kind of like interesting. So he started out with insurance fraud and forgery, like hell, even horse theft. Like that was his, that was his jam.
Even horse theft.
Even horse theft. But then that just obviously wasn't enough for Henry when he decided to turn to murder. Da, da, da. So his most notorious crimes took place in Chicago, which granted him the names such as the Beast of Chicago.
Hold on. Did you know Michael Jackson made a song named Chicago?
I did not.
And it's actually really good.
Oh, okay. I have to listen to it. I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay, sorry. It was on the Raft Light yesterday. All of us were like, Michael Jackson made a song named Chicago.
Yeah, I've never actually heard that.
It's also really good.
Okay.
And we're like, is it a remake after he died? No, he actually made it.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. I will actually have to listen to that. Now I'm intrigued to hear it because I never heard it. No. What is that, Billy Madison?
Lorax? No, it's the Lorax.
Oh, it's Billy Madison where he's like, proceed.
Oh, no, he says he's like, so sorry to interrupt. When
and then he's like,
people.
proceed.
Oh, it's also the Lorax.
Oh, is it?
He's like telling the story and he keeps interrupting. He's like, proceed.
So, which granted him the names such as the Beast of Chicago, the Devil in the White City, and even the Torture Doctor.
Is Chicago the White City?
Well, it was, maybe the Devil in the White City.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So much of the lore attached to Holmes is connected to the murder castle, where some speculate he lured his victims before ultimately they reached their untimely death at his hands. They say he would sell their skeletons to nearby medical schools for money. However, that was never proven. He did have a history. Get this.
What kind of medical schools are buying that?
Get this. Get this. Okay. Get this. He did. Damn it, where'd it go? It's so small. So that was never proven. He did have a history of selling stolen cadavers. However, this was more through grave robbing than the actual victims' lives that he claimed.
Oh my God.
So he was a grave robber.
Dude he was a spooky entrepreneur.
Yeah. And then it gets even worse in the end when he dies, like what his request is. I have to save it for later, because it's like part of the story. But like, just keep this in mind when we're getting towards the end.
Yeah.
That he used to be a grave robber and he would steal cadavers and sell them to medical school. And he would grave rob. He would steal bodies and then sell them to medical schools for money. And that was also part of his insurance fraud and stuff. Like he would steal bodies because then he had a body for proof. So then he could get money from the insurance companies because he had the body, and they would sign over papers and blah, blah, blah. Like it's a whole bunch of things, but he would do these. He would do these things for like insurance fraud and forgery and stuff like that.
He's like a twisted.
Yeah.
What's that guy? The guy who used to rob banks. Jesse James. He's like a twisted Jesse James entrepreneur.
Yeah. Mom said we were related to Jesse James. There were like a long line of people one time. I don't believe it. I think she was lying.
No, I believe it.
I know, you look at me. There's that next one.
Jesse James, entrepreneur.
Hey. Okay, so though a lot of these murders are said to be untrue due to his lies and the lack of evidence through police investigations. Mm-hmm. So there were 9 confirmed victims. However, it is suspected that he killed anywhere from 16 to 27 people. Okay. Holmes gave various contradictory.
Where did they get that number?
So there are accounts or people, but you'll see the contradictory accounts that he goes through.
Oh, okay.
So he does confessions, and we'll get to it, but it's just weird. It's just, yeah. So
sorry.
Proceed. He gives
proceed.
He gives various contradictory accounts of his life, starting off by claiming he was innocent and then later claimed that he was possessed by Satan.
That's it for sure.
Yeah. And then, but what's really odd about this story is that Holmes confessed to killing 27 people. But some of these people were in fact still alive.
I knew you were going to say that.
Making it hard to find the truth with little evidence.
He's just loco.
He's
full-blown loco.
They were alive. They were like, and we found them alive. And I'm like,
he's not un poco loco. He's muy loco.
Yeah, he's muy loco. So in a confession by Holmes, he stated his usual methods of killing was to suffocate his victims using various means, like including overdosing them on chloroform. overexposure to lighting gas fumes, or trapping them in an airless vault. He also claimed to have used starvation and burning his victims alive in his castle.
Do you know how long it would take you to die in an airless vault?
And that's what he would do. He had some weird, from reading this, it seems like he had some weird inclination to watching people.
I feel like he's just like
suffer.
a crazy scientist. Like you wanted to know how long it's going to take you to die in an airless vault.
Yeah. And he wasn't like, when people say he was like
It's going to be like a chamber.
yeah. And so in his castle, they say there's speculation that he had like rooms that were meant for like torture rooms and stuff like that. But he never really, in the sense, when people say torture, it wasn't torture like we would think torture.
Yeah.
Where he was cutting off their skin or skin, you know
what were
like,
the other rooms?
Some of them were just like where there would be one door and then there would be like a back entrance. And so I watched this one video where he locked one of the women up in a room.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a staged video, obviously, but they're saying this is what they speculate
like
he did.
Whatever.
Yeah, a reenactment kind of situation.
Yeah, that's the word.
yeah,
that's it.
But they would he would lock her up in this room, and then he would come in behind her in the secret room, because she would be standing at the door screaming, "Hey, let me out,"
and cut her head off.
And then he would come in the back, and then he would strangle her, or suffocate her, or whatever.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so he had, apparently, to speculate, he had these rooms, but a lot of this is through speculation, because unfortunately the castle was burned down shortly after his arrest, like weeks after his arrest.
By mob? By an angry mob?
No, by an unknown person. But we'll also get to the story of that as well.
You should have said it's an angry mob.
No, I wish it was. So, right here. Holmes Hotel was gutted by a fire started by an unknown arsonist shortly after his arrest on November 18th, 1894. But
one of the husbands of the wives.
Yeah, who knows? I think it was one of his accomplices, because he had accomplices throughout this whole thing. He didn't murder these people by himself.
Of course he would have accomplices.
Yeah.
Duh.
So I think it was one of his accomplices to try and cover up the tracks of everything, of the accomplice as well.
Did they ever find out who his accomplices were? I have so many questions.
No, there was only one that they figure was an accomplice, but that accomplice was murdered. So,
dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. So it's hard to say.
Before or after you went to jail? Because then there's two accomplices.
That was the one kill that got him arrested. That was the one that got him found and arrested.
His accomplice?
His own accomplice was the accomplice. That was the one that got him locked up and executed. Yeah. Okay. So
proceed.
But what a lot of people don't know is that he also owned another property. It was a factory for glass bending. So some people speculate that the furnace in that building could have been used to destroy any incriminating evidence against Holmes.
Oh yeah, it gets so hot.
So a lot of these murders, where some of them are just unknown. It was also back in the 1800s. They couldn't really find these people. It's not like they could look them up like they could now on Google or Facebook, or, you know what I mean? Like it was just very hard to find people in the 1800s and whether or not they were living, whether or not they were reported missing. Some people just up and decided to move to Chicago and were never seen again. And they left their home of Illinois. Sure, let's choose that one. It's one of them in here. I don't know. It's in here. It's one of them in here.
Good,
you know what
Illinois.
I mean? And they would just get on horse and buggy and just go, like nobody ever knew whether or not they got there.
I guess
because
tracking people would be harder back then.
it wasn't like they could call their parents and be like, "Hey, mom, I just made it to Chicago." It was like a postcard that took weeks to get there, months to get there.
Carrier pigeon,
right?
Yeah.
Carrier pigeon.
It is a carrier pigeon.
So by the time these people were reported missing, in a sense, it was really, you didn't really know whether or not they were. Some people ran off to get married. And so it was just really, really hard to get evidence on this. So a lot of the bodies were missing. However, he confessed to killing them. But then it makes me think,
because they were alive.
Were they burned in that furnace?
What if he's a necromancer?
What's a necromancer? I'm thinking of something totally different, like some witches of Eastwick shit.
Dude, I'm actually dead. Okay, necromancer is a person that raises somebody from the dead.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Witches of. I was like, what?
Have you seen
He's not that spooky. I mean, he could be.
the video of like the guy? They're like at like one of those folk fest things, and they're like dressed up as like the characters.
No.
And they find like a dead body. And then he's like,
Oh, when he puts glitter on it.
they're like, necromancer tried to perform a spell, but the spell requires a lot of glitter.
Yeah.
And he's like saying to the news,
The police were very happy with us because we put
He said
glitter
we
all
ruined
over
the crime scene.
Yeah, we do the crime scene. I totally did see that. They were in like their little knight outfits with like their little swords and stuff, like back in the 1800s, little like sword fight.
oh my god, like their chainmail and all that stuff. Oh my god,
Kind of
that
like
video
role
is
models,
so
like that
funny.
one kid
Yeah,
does
like
off of role models,
Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
he like dresses up and he's like, like
Isn't that McLovin?
yeah, it totally is McLovin. It totally is McLovin.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god. But it requires a lot of glitter.
He said we ruined the crime scene. It was really hard because his head wasn't attached to his body.
Oh my god. And why? Why? I understand that you live in a la la land, but like, come on.
Oh, that is some next level special.
Oh my
like next level special.
I don't. How did you not see that and be like, maybe we should call the police?
Yeah.
Like, not like, oh, get the necromancer and see if he can bring him back to life.
He's like the guy who's like, I'm not retarded or anything, but I like rocks.
That's the guy of Benjamin.
But minus the first part or the second part. It's the second part minus the second part. It's just the first part for him.
Yeah, it's just the first part for him. It doesn't. Yeah. I do love that guy. How he's compared to Benjamin. It's so funny.
Oh my god! I know you say it's Benjamin all the time because the
Always.
dog eats. Well, he eats everything, not just rocks.
But he just really likes rocks. He just really likes rocks.
He really liked rocks the other day when we were digging in the garden.
I know he was licking them. It was weird. I was like, ew, why are you licking them? And he's just like, nah. I was
Yeah, like a popsicle.
Yeah, I was like,
disgusting.
ew, so gross. Okay. So anyways, so here are some of his confessed killings. And I wanted to kind of go through a few of these. I'm not going to go through all of them.
Okay.
But there are some of them where, again, it's so weird. So like this Dr. Robert Leacock, he was allegedly murdered by Holmes in 1886 for insurance money. However, Leacock actually died of natural causes on October 5th of 1889
Are
in
these
Canada.
like his accounts of who he
Yeah, he confessed to killing these people. He's like, I killed Dr. Robert Leacock. And he's like, hey, still living.
Still over in Canada.
Still living.
That's where people go to die. Canada.
Yeah, I died 3 years later. Same with this gentleman, Rogers of Morgantown, West Virginia. That's it. That's all it says. Was allegedly killed by Holmes in 1888. However, the supposed victim was later found to be alive.
Oh, where was he? Illinois?
West Virginia.
Oh, sorry. West Virginia.
So Lizzie, a domestic worker at the Castle restaurant.
Lizzie Borden?
No, she worked at the Castle restaurant. She was like,
it wasn't Lizzie Borden?
I'm sure.
Because I mean, that would make a lot of sense.
I'm sure he wouldn't have killed her though, because she might have.
But he didn't kill the first two. He just influenced her to go chop up her family.
Yeah, this one is unconfirmed.
Dun, dun, dun.
So a domestic worker at the Castle restaurant was allegedly smothered in the vault because Holmes believed his janitor Quinlan was too interested in her. The claim is unconfirmed. Another gentleman named Rogers, a banker from northern Wisconsin, was allegedly murdered by Holmes in 1891 with help from an unnamed accomplice. No evidence supported in this claim. And there's no disappearances of a wealthy man from North Wisconsin. However, when I did some more research, hang on,
Further down the rabbit hole, we uncovered. Dun, dun, dun.
this could potentially. No, never mind. Hang on, I'm ruining it. Hang on.
Yeah, this is why I brought my laptop down last time. It's easier than screen.
So yes. So later down the list, it says Charles Milford Cole vanished in 1894, and that murder was confirmed. So then when I looked further into it, because I was like, I want to know the confirmed murders, right? The other ones are just like whatever, they're unconfirmed, but I really want to know about the confirmed murders and what they're like, what happened to them, what the stories are. And so I looked into this, and he, I think, is related to this Rogers character because he was a really, really wealthy man. And he came to Chicago, and Holmes enticed him into the castle where he was engaging with him in conversation. A Confederate stuck him in the most vicious blow upon the head with a piece of gas pipe. This is what Holmes said.
A Confederate?
A Confederate stuck him
From the army?
I'm guessing. Well, this was in 1880. What was it? 18?
Is that what they called their soldiers? Confederates? Is that right?
Yeah. It was 1894. So yeah, they did call their soldiers Confederates.
I wonder if he had a musket. Did he strike him with a musket?
A piece of gas pipe.
Oh. That ruins my vision.
I know.
It's fine.
Whatever.
It's fine. I guess I'll do.
This is the first instance in which I knew, this is like Holmes talking or quoted, I knew that this Confederate had committed murder, though in several other instances he was fully as guilty as myself, and if possible more heartless and bloodthirsty, and I have no doubt is still engaged in the same nefarious work, and if so is probably aided by a Chicago businessman. Here again, Holmes says an unnamed associate performed the murder. This being the first murder by this person, it would not be the same as the man and woman who were supposedly helped kill. That's for later.
It's Lizzie Borden, guys. It's Lizzie.
Among the associates, the one who received the most attention from belief. No, that's also for later. Hang on.
Oh my God.
Hang on. Oh, right here.
How many more nuggets you got in this story?
So Sheriff McRae of Fort Worth, Texas, who was in this city, Little Rock, Arkansas last week, had a long talk with Holmes' associate John C. During this conversation, the disappearance of Milford Cole, a wealthy Baltimore man that was mentioned. Cole came here a year ago last spring as a representative of Baltimore lumber syndicate. He once became prominent in lumber circles, buying a sawmill near BB north of here. And the Iron Mountain, blah, 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 2,500 acres of land, blah, blah, blah. And Holmes sent Cole a letter to come and visit him.
By carrier pigeon. It must be.
And then he was, he was summoned to Chicago by a telegram from Holmes and then has not been seen or heard from since.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, so I think this Cole, because they talk about a wealthy man, I think this Charles Milford Cole was potentially this Rogers character who is a wealthy man. Or maybe the Rogers character was Cole's boss.
Oh, okay.
And he killed Cole and then summoned Rogers to come down for
the cleanup. He's the cleanup man.
No, here, I'll sell you all of this, make you rich, blah, blah, blah. Rogers comes down, then he kills his boss to get the money. Because we knew he was a pyramid scheme. We knew he was all about the money, right? We knew that because he was doing insurance fraud on dead bodies. Like, let's be serious.
It's brilliant. Nobody's going to report you.
Well, not in 1884. Like,
dead people don't talk.
Dead people tell no lies.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So then Julia Smythe, her unborn child, and Pearl Connor were murdered by Holmes on Christmas of 1981. This is a murder that was confirmed. Holmes' mistress, 31-year-old Julia, was the wife of Dr. Lawrence Connor, who had moved into his building and began working at his pharmacy's jewelry counter.
Hold on, how's Connor mixed in this?
So Connor was with Julia, that was his wife, and their daughter was Pearl. And Holmes had offered a job at the jewelry counter at the pharmacy. And so he came down with his wife and his daughter. And then Holmes started sleeping with Julia.
But didn't they say unborn daughter?
Just wait.
Oh my God. Pearl was pregnant by Connor.
Pearl's the daughter. She's only like 5.
It's 1894.
Hang on. just. So Holmes, mistress 31-year-old Julia was the wife of Dr. Lawrence Connor, who had moved into this building and began working at his pharmacy's jewelry counter. After Connor found out about Julia's affair with Holmes, he quit his job and moved away, leaving Julia and their 5-year-old daughter Pearl behind. Okay. Julia gained custody of Pearl and remained at the hotel, continuing her relationship with Holmes. Julia and Pearl both disappeared on Christmas Eve of 1891. Holmes initially claimed that Julia had left unexpectedly to visit her dying sister, but then changed his story and said that she had fled her former husband.
Didn't they have a custody agreement?
Ultimately, Holmes later claimed that Julia had actually died during an abortion. Despite his medical background, Holmes was unlikely to be experienced in carrying out abortions, and mortality from such a procedure was high at the time. So
It's a coat hanger. He used a coat hanger.
probably.
Oh my God.
So then Holmes then claimed to have poisoned Pearl, likely to hide the circumstances of her mother's death.
Mhm.
A partial skeleton, possibly of a child around Pearl's age, was found when excavating Holmes' cellar. Pearl's father was a keen witness at Holmes' trial in Chicago.
Oh no.
Yeah, so he got the mistress
helped.
pregnant,
Mhm.
and then
He offed her.
tried to. He didn't
Get rid of it.
clearly want the baby, so he killed the baby, killed her, and then killed her daughter because he wanted to make sure that no dead people tell no lies.
Dead people tell no lies. Unless you're the dead people that he first killed, then they probably tell a lot because they didn't die.
Because they didn't.
Because
Yeah.
they weren't actually dead.
They weren't actually.
They had a lot of stories.
So they had a lot of stories. So there's this one, like Virginia Ann Betts. She died suddenly in her home 1 block from the Holmes Castle on February 8th, 1892. Holmes claimed to have poisoned her either to cancel a debt or to watch her die. The murder is probable, but it's not proven that it actually happened.
Mm.
Emmeline Seagrand was murdered by Holmes in 1892. This murder is also confirmed. She was a 23-year-old and began working in Holmes' building in May of 1892 and worked for him for 6 months.
Mhm.
Holmes reportedly hired Emmeline as a secretary due to her connection to a doctor who peddled a vaccine allegedly to cure alcoholism. That killed me. I was like, oh, wow, the things they think.
The vaccines back then were awesome.
Yeah.
I knew one that was a love potion with cyanide.
Yeah.
kill them.
Yeah, you just kill them. Like, it's okay, sure. All right.
Oh, people
That's
just
great.
ended up dead.
Okay. Imagine how many people died from stupid like that. Being like, my doctor told me this
So
will make you
many
fall in
people.
love with me. And then you just off
Dead.
them. Just like, oh shit.
Cyanide.
Like so those who saw Emmeline in the weeks before her disappearance noted that she appeared to have lost interest in Holmes and their relationship.
Mhm.
She was last seen December 1892. Her parents were informed that she had left to marry a man named Roger Phelps. Authorities hypothesized that she had gotten pregnant by Holmes, possibly being a victim of another failed abortion that Holmes tried to cover up. Her empty luggage trunk was sent back to her mother in Anderson, Indiana. Her skeleton was
Empty luggage trunk was sent back?
Yeah.
So would you get trace letters back then?
What?
I actually don't think you can trace letters right now either.
No, I don't think. No, especially not back then. They
You
couldn't
can trace
even.
what box it was like sent from. Not unless you drop it at a station, but then there's cameras.
Yeah. So like the only tracing, yeah, you couldn't do it back in
I know.
1984.
Carrier pigeon.
Carrier pigeon.
The only answer.
The only answer is carrier pigeon. So her skeleton was found by police at the home of a Chicago physician with the help of M.G. Chappell, who admitted to having articulated 3 skeletons for H.H. Holmes.
Articulated.
Not sure. Didn't go any farther into that. I was like, meh, gonna leave that
Yeah,
one.
what is that? I'm really confused about that sentence. How do you articulate a corpse?
Well, let's look it up. Articulate skeletons.
Did he create it?
Articulate.
Did he teach it English?
Oh yeah, articulated skeleton meeting is a skeleton where the bones are held together at their natural joints, maintaining the relative position they held in life.
Oh, like
And
in
can
the
either be a
science-
fossil found in one piece or a prepared specimen assembled by hand. So
It's like in the science rooms.
yeah, but with real people.
The ones you make dance.
Yeah, but those are fake.
Could you imagine if back in the day, like the skeletons in the rooms were real people?
They probably had to. They probably didn't have all the fake shit that we have nowadays.
Oh my
They probably
God.
didn't have all of that, right? They barely had additives in their food, let alone
Kate,
like
Rebecca. This just adds a whole new twist to the horror movies back in the day when the kids were like spooking their friends with like the skeletons. Like, that's a person!
that's a person.
That is real!
If I was that skeleton, I would haunt out of those kids. They'd like put down their arm and be like, yeah, okay. And then I'd be like,
I just hit him every time they walk by. Doof.
I like to
The finger. I bet you it wasn't the finger back then. I bet you it was like a fist.
or like Ross.
Yeah. Run, kids.
So, and then there was this Sarah Cook and her unborn child, along with Cook's niece, Miss Mary Havercamp of Hamilton, Ontario. They were allegedly smothered in the vault, but no person by the name Havercamp was ever known in Hamilton, Ontario, so the claim is unconfirmed.
Why have all these people traveled more than I have? Isn't he in like Wisconsin or something like that? How's he getting these people from Ontario?
All these people are going to Chicago. Oh, sorry, they're going to Chicago for the World Fair.
Oh. So
at that time, in this specific, when a lot of these deaths had happened, it was when the World Fair was happening in Chicago.
Oh, that's exactly how you attract your victims.
So a lot of tourists were coming, and that's why he built the third floor on the hotel to entice travelers to come. Right. And then he would kill some of his travelers.
Yeah. Lesson 1, don't ever go for the locals.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then he'd also go and
always get
see them and get them to work for him, things like that. And then he would kill them because
Wolf Creek.
They're not Wolf Creek. That's such a twisted movie.
I was so scared of it when we were driving on the highway in Australia.
Yo, that's all I could think about. I was so scared, and it was just pitch black in the middle of the night, and then this creeping van is following us, and I'm thinking in my brain is, this is it. This is it. This is where we die.
I know. I was like, he's gonna run us off the road. He's gonna run us off the road. Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is where we die. This is where we die. Little does he know, I'm the killer.
I'm taking my kid and I'm running.
It's okay. I got you. Just let me pull out my weapons.
Okay. I run real fast.
It's okay. It's okay. I got you. It's okay. I got you. Run. I got you. We'll have to do like a secret like whistle or something for when it's clear to come back. You just go hide in the bush. Oh, actually, you know what? You might be better off in Australia just to hide behind the car or just hide in the car.
Why? What's in the bush?
Alligators, like
alligators,
the spiders.
Like if you're gonna die from anything in Australia, it's an alligator,
or the spiders, or like
the sharks.
They just leave
the sharks in the rivers, guys. The sharks in rivers in Australia, and it's not a joke. It is not a joke.
And also, like they just leave their roadkill in the middle of the road because a crocodile or an alligator will just come up and drag it off the road. Like they don't even clean their roadkill off their roads.
Really?
That's what I heard. And when I was driving, there was zero roadkill cleaned off the roads.
Oh, I saw lots of roadkill.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I think the alligators are like they just they don't clean it up.
It was really decomposed. Like it was dry.
Well, maybe the alligators just hadn't made it there yet. It was too decomposed. Maybe there was one 10 feet later, and there was like, nah. I'll get that one. It's a little more fresh.
They're nice and plump. They're not fighting for shreds there.
Yeah, no, they are nice and plump. So then we got another victim. Mm-hmm. This murder was confirmed. It's Rosine Van Gisand, also known as Anna Van Tassad. Also, the victim was actually named Emily Van Tassel. Who knows?
Okay, I literally just watched The Illusionist, and I'm pretty sure the princess name that is what you just said, Emily Von Tassel or whatever.
Emily Van Tassel?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sounds
right. All aliases.
But so she was reported missing and they couldn't. So the victim was a very beautiful young woman named Rosine Van Gisand. Other newspapers referred to the victim in this section as Anna Van Tassad. The description matches a missing person named Emily Van Tassel.
She's a criminal too. So she got aliases.
Maybe.
Definitely. My God. She's like that woman who like sleeps with men and takes all the riches. That's who she is, for sure.
Oh, she thought she was going to get somewhere with this one. Mm-hmm. Well.
Mm-hmm. Dun, dun, dun.
Picked the wrong one there, sweetie. So he induced to come into his fruit and confectionery store. And once within his power, compelled her to live with him there for a time, threatening her with death if she appeared before any of his customers. Mm-hmm. A little later, he killed her by administering ferrocyanide of potassium. The location of this store was such that it would have been hazardous to have sent her out in a large box containing the body. So he buried her remains in the store basement. She was 16 years old.
God, that's really young to be a criminal.
Yeah.
Is it though? Back then?
According to her mother, she met with Holmes on 4 occasions, the first being the family outing for ice cream. She disappeared on June 1st, 1892. Yeah, 1892. Frank Wilde was alleged to be the alias of Holmes or Benjamin Peetzel.
Peetzel?
Peitzel. I don't know if that's what it is, but that's what it looks like. So that's how it's being pronounced. It's Peitzel.
It's Peitzel. What a great Peitzel pizza.
Yeah, on April 17th, 1896, after Holmes' confession, a portion of the basement of the store was excavated, but no human bones were found.
But where did they find the bones when they did excavate? Not in the basement? I'm confused. Didn't they find the girl?
Yes, they did, but I think it was in a different part of a different basement. Like this was a hotel, right? So this basement, and he also had the factory basement too, right? And he also had his home basement, so of like his own home, and he lived in different houses. So I think he had multiple places where he could have hid bodies, for sure.
This is like a
and then also the hotel.
Enterprise. This is a murder enterprise.
Yeah, and the hotel wasn't just like some small hotel. Like this was like a 3-story hotel with like over 100 rooms. You know what I mean? So it was like a big, decent sized hotel. So there's a lot of basement. Yeah. If you catch my drift. And they only excavated like one part of a basement where she could have potentially been.
Fun fact about this hotel. Are you going to say this?
No.
Okay, I'm going to say it.
Oh, because I couldn't find anything on that if that was actually true or not. So I wasn't going to say it.
So the hotel, every American Horror Story, whoever watches American Horror Story.
My favorite show.
Yeah, we love that show. Every American Horror Story is based off of like a killer or whatever. And the season hotel is based off of H.H. Holmes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I couldn't find anything stating that. So I was like, man, maybe I won't. But if you know it, then I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, that I do know.
Okay.
But that's how I know of H.H. Holmes.
You're like, that's the only thing I know. So yeah. Then there's some Robert Latimer, his janitor, but that claim is also unconfirmed. It's Eva Gertrude. The murder is unlikely due to timing. Kate Durkee. The claim is disproven. Al Warner, claim disproven. An unnamed wealthy woman, claim not proven. Minnie and Nani Williams were murdered by Holmes in 1893. In his confession, Holmes claimed he killed Minnie Williams in Momence, Illinois, poisoning and burying her there. When the castle...
Did they find her?
Huh?
Is that confirmed?
Well, the murder is confirmed, so they must have found bodies.
Okay. He only kills women, hey? And children. Mm-hmm. What a sadistic fuck.
No, he does kill one man.
Oh, right. His partner.
Who got him caught. That doesn't say a lot about women right there. That's actually awful. He killed like 27 women and then it's like one guy and it's like, oh, hold the phone. Better catch this murderer right now.
Well, we're just that pathetic. We're that easy to kill.
Like all these women are reported missing and they're like, meh. She got married. She ran off. She's fine.
I honestly don't think I'd be that hard to kill.
I would. I definitely would. I'm putting up a fight. I'm putting up a fight. I am also the killer, so enjoy that. Because, like, one of us isn't getting out of here alive. I promise that.
I feel like I know that I just don't stand a chance, so I'm going to run.
When the castle was investigated, burned clothing believed to belong to Minnie Williams was found.
Okay.
So then it says John Davis of Greenville. I don't know where his relation comes into this because he's in the middle of the two sisters' stories.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what his relationship is. And I tried to find it. I thought he was a brother, but it doesn't list that he's a brother or something. Maybe he was a husband to a different, like the sisters. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But Greenville, Pennsylvania, who went to visit the 1893 World Fair and vanished and was declared legally dead in 1920. Mm-hmm. The remains found in Lake Country in 1919 may have belonged to Nani Williams and John. Oh, that's why. And John Davis murders were confirmed. So John Davis remains were found with.
Oh, so he did kill two guys.
With Nani Williams.
Oh.
So it has to be him who killed, but it just seems like John Davis was just a tourist who came to the World Fair.
John Davis was a That's what I know.
He was just a tourist who came to the World Fair and he lured him in.
This tiny little vulnerable guy.
He was probably like 13 years old.
He probably was just a
kid. Probably.
Back to the kids.
I mean, I hate to say it, but
I think he's getting lucky and he's dead.
So Davis's connection is not proven to either of the sisters. So in early 1890, but their remains were found together. So I'm guessing
Some sort of connection.
Yeah, the remains were found together, so I'm guessing it was just they just so happened to be killed by the same person, and the remains were buried in the same area. So in early 1893, 24-year-old one-time actress Minnie Williams moved to Chicago. Holmes claimed to have met her in an employment office, though it is believed that he actually met her in Boston several years earlier. Well, he was then going by the alias Harry Gordon. He also went by like multiple aliases for the insurance claims and frauds and stuff. So it is to believe that he actually, blah, blah, blah. So he offered her a job at the hotel and she accepted, and he persuaded her to transfer the deed of her property in Fort Worth, Texas to a man named Alexander Bond, which was another alias of Holmes. So he got his bitch to write her property deed to himself, but his alias. Also, and then he notarized it. And she did it. Like, come on, ladies. It's really making it.
Actually, my idol. Also, why did she think she owed her house to Alexander Bond?
I don't know. He convinced her.
God, this guy's my idol.
So he later signed the deed over to Pietzel, giving him the alias of Benton T. Lyman. In the following month, Holmes and Williams, presenting themselves as husband and wife, rented an apartment in Chicago's Lincoln Park. Minnie's younger sister, 18-year-old Nani Williams, came to visit, and on July 5th, 1893, she wrote to her aunt that she planned to accompany Brother Harry to Europe. In it, she signed off with the message, Brother Harry, Holmes, says you need never trouble anymore about me financially or otherwise. He and sister will see to me. I hope our hard days are over. Afterwards, neither Minnie nor Nani were ever seen alive, and Holmes used Minnie's name in future scams.
Oh, damn.
He even used her name in future scams.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he married like 3 women,
really like
but was
guy.
never like divorced. Yeah, he married like 3 or 4 different women, but never got divorced from these women. Like,
could you imagine living in this time and having so many aliases?
I could be whoever I want. Yeah. I'm like, today I'm going to be queen. I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
Like, you could just be whoever you want. You can walk into the house and be like, hi, my name is Baba Joe.
Baba Joe. Muffin Von Puffin.
Muffin Von Puffin. And people be like, oh, hello, Muffin Von Puffin. Like, hello. Like,
oh, that's Alice.
That's Alice. Like, hi.
Oh my
so
God.
then there was an unnamed victim who was a tenant of Holmes, allegedly killed during the Chicago Exposition, made October 19th.
Jeez, he really killed a lot of people.
Yeah, and this one is confirmed as well. Or no, this claim is unconfirmed. But the Walker connection is possible. And then this Baldwin Hanscombe, this claim is unconfirmed. Charles Milford Cole, we already talked about him, but I think he is the Rogers guy.
Oh, yeah.
Or that works with the Rogers guy. I think there's some connection there somehow.
Okay.
And then there's other suspected victims. But there's just no confirmation of it or evidence, like a 68-year-old creditor, Holmes named John DeBrule.
That's definitely Holmes still.
Emily Van Tassel, we already talked about her. Dr. Rustler, Kitty Kelly.
Yeah, she's the queen and the illusionist. That's the word.
John Davis, Harry Walker, George Thomas, Milford Cole. It does list a bunch of these that we already talked about. Lucy Burbank. So then this is the kill that ultimately got him arrested.
Okay, let's hear it.
So he met and became close friends with 38-year-old Benjamin Pietzel.
38? That's old.
Yeah. He was 38 years old.
He's lived like most of his life.
He was a carpenter with a criminal past. He used Pietzel as his right-hand man for several criminal schemes.
Is this the same Pietzel? Or is there multiple Pietzels?
No, there's just one Pietzel.
Oh, okay, Pietzel. Got it.
Yep, just one Pietzel. So Holmes was arrested in July of 1894. And was briefly jailed for the first time on a charge of selling mortgaged goods in St. Louis.
I bet you they're mortgaged under his alias. Under his houses.
So he was promptly bailed out, but while in jail, he struck up a conversation with a convicted outlaw named Marion Hedgepeth, who was serving a 25-year sentence. Holmes had concocted a plan to swindle an insurance company out of $10,000 by taking out a policy on himself and then faking his own death. Holmes promised Hedgepeth a $500 commission in exchange for the name of a lawyer who could be trusted. Holmes was directed to a young St. Louis attorney, Jephthah Howe. Howe thought Holmes' scheme was brilliant and agreed to participate. Nevertheless, Holmes' plan to fake his own death failed when the insurance company became suspicious and refused to pay. Holmes did not press the claim. Instead, he concocted a similar plan with Peitzel. So then Peitzel agreed to fake his own death, and so that his wife could collect on a $10,000 life insurance policy.
Mm-hmm. $10,000 back in the damn.
Right.
It's like millions.
Yeah.
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 Big money.
So, right? I know. I look at it now and I'm like, $10,000. It's like nothing. But then I'm like, but back in 1894, that was a lot of money.
Paying tolls with pennies.
So his wife claimed the insurance policy, and he was to split it with Holmes and Howe. Mm-hmm. The scheme, which was to take place in Philadelphia, called for Peitzel to set himself up as an inventor under the name B.F. Perry, and then to be killed and disfigured in a lab explosion. Holmes was to find the appropriate cadaver to play this role of Peitzel, because he was a grave robber.
Right.
Instead, Holmes killed Peitzel.
Okay, that's easy.
On September 4th of 1894, by knocking him unconscious with chloroform and then setting his body on fire with benzene.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know that compound.
In his confession, Holmes implied that Peitzel was still alive after he used the chloroform on him before he set him on fire. However, forensic evidence does presented at Holmes' later trial showed that chloroform had been administered after Peitzel's death, a fact at which the insurance company was unaware.
Just this guy. Just this charred body. Like, here's some chloroform.
Here's some chloroform.
Go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
Just charred.
Yeah, just charred
rigor mortis
body.
fully set in.
Yeah. So I don't even know like where his brain is at in that. Like I think like he's twisted. Like he's clearly not all there.
Yeah, because the chloroform probably would have burnt out in the like flames, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, presumably, he was trying to stage a suicide to exonerate Holmes should he be charged with murder. So he was trying to say he committed suicide himself by putting the chloroform on himself.
Chloroformed himself. Oh. And then lit himself on fire. That's a great plan. I thought this guy was smart till now.
Yeah, he didn't think this one through.
No.
This is why he got caught.
Yeah, this explains a lot.
Yeah, it does. So he collected the insurance payout at first on the basis of the genuine Peitzel corpse. Mm-hmm. Then he manipulated Peitzel's unexpected wife, Carrie Alice Canning, into allowing 3 of her 5 children to be placed into his custody. The 3 children who were placed under Holmes' care were 13-year-old Alice. It's funny that I say Alice and you said Alice. Like to me, like, this is
actually Alice.
Nellie and 7-year-old Howard. He traveled throughout northeastern United States and into Canada. He simultaneously escorted Carrie along a parallel route, all while using various aliases and lying to Carrie concerning her husband's death by claiming Peitzel was hiding in London, as well as lying to her about the true whereabouts of her 3 missing children. In Detroit, just before entering Canada, they were separated by only a few blocks. An even more audacious move. Holmes was staying at another location with his current wife, who was unaware of the whole affair. Holmes later confessed to murdering Alice and Nellie on October 25th, 1894, by forcing them into a large trunk and locking them inside. He drilled a hole in the lid of the trunk and put one end of the hose through a hole, attaching the other end to a gas line to asphyxiate the girls. Holmes buried their nude bodies in the cellar of a rental house at 16 St. Vincent Street in Toronto.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Why did he like to murder children?
I don't know. He was twisted.
Oh, so you dumb bitch. Why did you leave your children with this man?
Well, because she thought she could trust him. She thought her husband, they were all in on this plan together.
I don't trust nobody.
I know, not with the kids. Like
nobody's allowed around my kid.
No. So, Detective wrote, the deeper we dug, the more horrible the odor became. When we reached, this is when he told them where to find the girls. Mm-hmm. He began in 1894 to trace Holmes' steps and found the decomposed bodies of the 2 Peitzel girls in the cellar of the Toronto home. The detective wrote, the deeper we dug, the more horrible the odor became. And when we reached the depth of 3 feet, we discovered what appeared to be the bone of a forearm of a human being. Mm-hmm. Discovered the unset letters written by Peitzel's children that Holmes had kept. This information led further to investigations of Holmes' Chicago property and ultimately led Geyer, where Holmes had rented a home in Irvington neighborhood. Holmes was reported to have visited the local pharmacy to purchase drugs in which he used to kill Howard Peitzel on October 10th, 1894, and a repair shop to sharpen the knives he used to chop up the body before he burned it. The boy's teeth and bones were discovered in Holmes' chimney.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So this all led to his capture and his execution.
He literally just had bodies everywhere, all over North America.
He just like killed everyone.
In the chimney?
Mm-hmm.
Like that, okay, that makes me question. Like they didn't say like in the fire pit or the fireplace. They said in the chimney. Did he stuff it up there?
Probably. Like he doesn't, he sounds like at this point, he sounds like he was just running at this point and he wasn't thinking about, like he wasn't the
nuts
Holmes that he was beforehand.
Back in the day when he was getting cadavers.
Yeah, when he was getting cadavers and he was really like it seems like he lost his cool here. He knew they were after him and he was just trying to figure out what to do and he was just shoving
falling
shit
apart.
In places and he's
cracking under pressure.
Yeah, he's cracking under pressure for sure. So his murder spree finally ended on November 17th, 1894, after being tracked there from Philadelphia by the private Pinkerton National Detective Agency.
Oh my God, I want to work for them.
He was held on an outstanding warrant for horse theft in Texas. That's what kept him there, guys. The horse theft. See, I brought that up in the beginning. I wanted you to remember that.
I love it. Like you said, like the missing women, the children. It's fine, but you stole horses.
You stole horses.
Yeah,
that's why I brought it up.
They're so valuable. You are in custody.
You are in custody. This is what holds you until we can get evidence that you murdered people.
Screw the aliases.
Yeah, like everything else.
Yeah, all the fraud.
So and that's why they held him. It's because they had become more suspicious at this point, so they needed a warrant or something to hold him because they were suspicious of his other deaths.
The horses made you suspicious. Like, hey, this guy stole horses. He must do.
No,
must
they
do worse
used
things.
that warrant because they were suspicious of him killing other people, but they didn't have any evidence yet, so they needed something to hold him in prison. So because they knew that he would flee the country.
Oh, so it could have been anything.
He was
just stole an
fleer.
apple, and they would have been like, "You stole that apple.
You need to stay here." Because the warrant, it just happened to be
Take a hand.
a horse theft. It just happened to be the horse theft in Texas.
God, I bet she's rolling in his grave that's how he went down.
Yeah.
Horse theft.
So yeah, they find all of this. So actually, this is kind of interesting. In July 1895, following the discovery of Alice and Nellie's bodies, Chicago police and reporters began investigating Holmes' building in Englewood, now locally referred to as the Castle, though many sensational claims were made, no evidence was found, blah, 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 and which could have convicted Holmes in Chicago.
Isn't that in the States?
This was, yes.
So he took the girls' bodies back to the States? Because didn't he kill them in Toronto? He gassed them in Toronto.
No, because he buried them in Toronto.
So how did
Holmes' building in Englewood, now local following discovery of Alice's. Maybe he took something back there. Maybe he buried, like, maybe he split them up. He keeps the bodies with him. Because he buried some in Toronto, God. So maybe he split them up.
Disgusting.
So no evidence was found which could have convicted Holmes in Chicago. There were only very circumstantial physical evidence of the Castle victims. So like a piece of human bone, possibly from Julia. The remains of a child, possibly Pearl. Burned gold watch and chain and burned dress buttons, apparently belonging to Minnie Williams. A tuft of human female hair found in a chimney flue. Thus, Holmes would be tried for the murder of Peetzel in Philadelphia, which had the clearest case for the murder.
Oh my God.
So that's why he was never actually tried for any other murders for women, because they had no clear evidence. They only had the real clear evidence was Peetzel.
That's crazy.
So yeah, they set him to execution, hung him. His neck didn't break, so he strangled to death, which is actually quite karmatic if you ask me. The man who strangled people or like suffocated people. Ironically ended up suffocating because his neck didn't break when he got hung. So he had to sit there and be strangled to death. So
I'd be underneath of him, and every time he stopped moving a little bit, I'd lift him.
Give him back oxygen. And then make him do it all over again.
If you hear like the big gas, just drop him again.
Yeah. Which I find really, really funny. How creepy was that, dude? Okay.
The dogs are trying to get down here so hard, and Rebecca's saying something, and all you hear is like a ball dropping down the stairs. Dun, 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 dun.
So he so the weird thing that I wanted to say about this is, remember the grave robbing and all of that information. So he actually asked to be buried in a block of cement so that nobody could steal him
Oh
or
my
grave
God.
rob him.
He would think that. Like
Yeah.
somebody's going to take his body and do some up shit with it like he did.
Yeah. So then in 2017, they had dug up his body to look into it.
Yeah.
And he was almost found perfectly preserved. His mustache was found to be intact. His body was positively identified by his teeth. Like he was decomposed. Like it didn't decompose normally because he was cemented in.
Who buried? Oh, he did get cemented in.
Yeah.
They followed his wishes?
Yep.
How interesting. Why would they follow his wishes?
Not sure.
Like he doesn't deserve any of that.
No. So
Oh my God.
yeah, that's kind of the end of it, guys. I hope I gave you a lot of information. I hope you thought it was spooky.
I thought it was awesome. I loved it.
Good.
Yeah,
Great.
it was wicked.
I tried to do as much like information as possible because like nothing's worse than when like you like I'm that type of person who has questions, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I will answer every question you are going to throw
Oh
at
yeah,
me.
I had so many. Like there was so many questions.
I'm like, wait.
Yeah, you're so annoyed. In the middle, you're like, "Shut up, Alyssa." That's what I felt last week. I was like, "Shut up, girl. I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it right now." Questions.
I thought it was pretty interesting though that they followed his death wishes.
I know. I thought
And
that's
then,
too.
yeah, and then, but then
I suppose
how
it's your
is-
last wish on like death row though. Like,
Well, it's like
I
your-
think they pretty much honor that.
Yeah,
when
it's
you're
like
gonna
your
get
last
executed.
meal or whatever,
Yeah,
right? They give
exactly.
you whatever you want. You could order a pound of KFC and they bring it in. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. The states are weird.
Oh, that'd be so weird.
We don't have execution.
What would
in
you
Canada.
order for your last meal?
I actually don't know. Probably like tacos. Probably like a couple tacos, poutine, and like a slice of pizza. So I could have like all three of my favorites.
I think I would order fried pickles.
Ugh. You know what? I
And
might
a
throw some of
steak.
theirs in there too. But like that's a problem. See, that's why I wanted to always own this restaurant where it's like a woman's mind. Like I can't eat 8 tacos, a whole fucking pizza, like 10 deep fried pickles,
Yeah.
and a massive poutine. I can't eat all of that, but I
Yeah.
want a bite of each one.
Yeah.
So if you could
But a
just
quarter of
give me,
poutine, 2 fried pickles, and 3 tacos.
Yeah. And like just one slice of pizza. That's all I want. I'm like, that is my meal. Like, God damn it.
I think it's brilliant. Listen, when we're rich in this podcast, we will open this restaurant.
I swear to God, it will work because
Oh, yeah.
every woman, and it will be like called. I feel like I shouldn't tell them what it should be called
Yeah.
because
Don't give people
somebody
a
might
name.
steal it.
Yeah. Also, we
Ideas.
don't have a name. I don't know what we're
No, I do have a name.
Oh, okay. Well, no, don't take it.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yeah,
I
thanks
appreciate
for
it.
tuning.
Come next Wednesday for we have some awesome dad jokes that we're gonna tell.
Ooh,
And we're
I've
gonna
got
do
so
a
many.
competition. It's gonna be
Ooh.
so good.
That's so many.
I'm gonna lose because I'm already laughing at mine, but it's fine.
You know what's funny is at work we have a new messages board and I write a dad joke on there.
Yes.
I've been doing it all week and I'm like, and then it's so funny that everybody who passes by the board, they go to the bathroom, they see it and all I hear them go, and then they like walk to the bathroom and I'm like, yes. I'm like, that was good.
I was like writing mine down at work, and everybody walked past my desk. I was like, hey, and then I'd ask them a question, and then they wouldn't think it's funny, and I'd be cackling every time.
I wrote one the other day and Sarah, like, she like comes and pops out back around the corner. She's like, that one's good. And she's just laughing so hard. I'm like, yes, nailed it. So got a few in my pocket. Got a few.
Okay, so tune in next week for that, and yeah, we can wait to see you guys next time. Oh, and I ordered a bunch of stuff for the gift boxes because the subscribers are climbing so quickly, and I'm falling really behind. So
Yes,
we will have that for you guys next episode.
we will.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, later, nerds.
Adios.